welcome. Today I'm going to be working on another project and I'm going to be using my embroidery machine, the Poolin EOC06, and I'm going to be doing an applique design. And this time I'm going to be trying a t-shirt on this new machine, and also I'm going to be using, instead of fabric, I'm going to be using HTV or heat transfer vinyl, and it's going to be a glitter kind, all right? Again, it's going to be the first time that I do this kind of garment on this machine, so I'm trying all sort of different things so that I can get used to the machine, making sure that I don't have to deal with tensions or anything like that. So far, so good. Everything is running amazingly. This is going to be my last video here in Puerto Rico, I believe, because I am leaving in a couple of days. So guys, I'm going to go to the other craft table and I'm going to show you all the things that we're going to be utilizing to do this project. Guys, let's go at it. So these are the things that we're going to be using to complete this project. And the first thing that we're going to be using is a t-shirt. This is a cotton t-shirt. It's a Gildan light blue t-shirt. I'm going to be using the machine's hoop. This is for the Poolin EOC06, and this is an 8 by 11. To be more exact, the hoop is 7.9 by 11 in width, but I always say it's 8 by 11. And then also we're going to be using heat transfer vinyl, known as HTV, and I decided to use the same kind of blue, a little bit darker glitter, because I couldn't find a color that would look nicer with the t-shirt. I would have preferred to use a pink, but the design itself has a pink part to it, and I think it's gonna look cute in pink, this right here. So that's why I decided to do the contrasting color in blue inside, and I'm gonna go ahead and follow the color of the design and do the border in green just to make it look more springy looking. And this is the pink color that I'm going to use for the heading on the top, the hello, and the peacock. And this white thread is just for the placement stitches. So it's only 3 thread colors, so it should be very fast. It's a very simple applique embroidery, and I decided to do the HTV. Later on, I plan to do a video using regular fabric, like a regular applique design, which I like to do as well. For this video, I'm going to use this. And also, I forgot, I'm going to be using the basting adhesive spray. You can use any brand you want. This is temporary. This is for me to place the cutaway stabilizer on the back of the shirt. If you watch my last video that I released last week, I used it, and you're going to see why I also going to be using this tape right here to hold the shirt away from the center of the design while we are embroidering. This is the brand that I use for HTV. If you watch my videos back maybe around December or maybe before that, which I started getting this craft from together here in Puerto Rico, I did a project using HTV, and I decided to use this brand for the first time. It's a Walmart brand. It's Hello Hobby, and I fell in love with the brand. At that time, I used regular HTV. This one is glitter. I decided to use their glitter option because the price is amazingly cheap, and yeah, much cheaper than the Cricut brand. So I decided to use this one for the first time here. This one came with 3 different shades of color, and actually the one that really matched the most for the blue shirt was the blue that I chose. And yeah, so I'm going to be using this glitter vinyl for the first time and see how it works. I hope it works as well as their regular vinyl. Their regular vinyl is amazing. It's very similar to me to the Caesar brand. So let's see how this one goes, okay? So of course I'm going to be trimming this vinyl because I don't need all this big piece. So I'm probably going to be cutting this around here a little bit. Let me see. I'm just going to mark it and then cut it straight around here, just to give it some space to embroider. About here, all the way across, and then I will save this other one, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start hooping the shirt, and then we're going to go to the embroidery machine. Before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and get this ready, because when you use this, you need to remove the carrying sheets, which is the plastic on the top. That is necessary for us to do, because you're not gonna embroider the plastic, the carrying sheet, okay? You just need the glitter part of it. So let's cut this piece in here. I'm gonna check the camera. I wanna make sure that you're watching what I'm doing. Yeah. Let me lower the camera a little bit. This is much better. You can see. Put it back a bit. That way you can get a better view. Much better. So I hope I'm cutting it straight, because I'm not good at cutting things straight without me marking it first. Look, I'm gonna do it this way. Hopefully this is gonna be okay. Pretty good, guys. Pretty good. Okay, so this one I'm gonna put away. All right. So then what we're gonna do, we are going to remove the plastic part of it, and you just try to, with your nails, try to separate. Sometimes it takes time. So I didn't want to do it ahead of time, because I wanted to show you guys, if you've never done this before, how it works. But sometimes, depending on the vinyl, it takes, take its time. And I don't have a weeding tool here, because I didn't bring it with me. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can find a weeding tool. I don't think I bring one with me. Let me see. Right on my face, if you see right here, I have my Cricut machine. It was right there, stored, and I keep saying, oh, I didn't think I bring one with me, but yeah, I brought it with me. So yeah, I have a weeding tool, and that makes it easier to separate. Much easier, people. It should be more easy to separate. Yeah, you have to do it from the back, okay? All right, so we're gonna take this plastic. This is the plastic that we're gonna take off, okay? This plastic right here. And then you're gonna be careful, especially this brand. I don't know their glitter, so I don't want to, pull it too hard and break it. So I'm taking my time, people, okay? This is a prettier color without the plastic. I think it's gonna look good on the shirt. After you finish your applique, I had to go through the process of pressing the shirt on the heat press, same way I would do when I do regular HTV designs. That way, this back part is gonna adhere to the shirt, okay? So that's part of this process, all right? Okay, so this part is done. We got this ready. We got this, we got this. We're gonna put this away. All right, and now we're gonna hook the shirt. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna turn I'm gonna put this thread closer to the machine. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. This is a size large shirt, by the way. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to turn the shirt inside out. Okay. And we're gonna place this on the back of the shirt. I forgot to tell you that these are the scissors that I'm gonna use also for the project. All right, these two scissors right here. We don't need this anymore. For those who have been following me, you know that I like things to be nice and neat around me. I don't like messy. In other words, I'm very organized. Very organized. Okay. These kind of shirts, they don't have a side seam, so we have to make sure that we are actually have it, you know, flat correctly, because they don't come with a side seam. Same after hoodies. When shirts have a side seam, it's easier because you just mash it, but these shirts, they don't. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and place this in here, and I'm going to trim this a little bit because I don't need all of this thing in here, so I'm going to go ahead and trim it. Yeah, just to make it a little bit easier for me. So what I do is I place my fingers right here, and I know that I want a 4-finger down, so I know this hook needs to be more or less starting around here for me. Okay, all right. So I know this paper is gonna cover all the way up here, so I am good. I'm pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray this. You don't need a lot, just enough to make sure that the stabilizer is not going to shift when you turn the shirt right side out. Okay, so you can either do it through the paper or do it on the shirt. It's up to you. I usually do it on the paper. Half part first, then I go and do it on the other side. Okay, we're done with this. And then now that I have this, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the shirt back again. Now, there's another method that you can use for hooping, and it's called the floating method. I have done that a lot. I used to do it a lot when I was starting my embroidery. Learning embroidery, I used to do the floating a lot, but I don't know, I got so used later on to do it this way, because for me, hooping is not, it doesn't take too much of an effort. But in the beginning, when I was starting, I learned to do the floating method, which you place the stabilizer on the hoop, then you place the spray on that stabilizer and place the shirt on top. That's another method. If you want to learn that method, let me know and I can make a video showing how to do the floating method, okay? So now that I have the shirt in here, the next step is to place this part of the hoop inside the shirt, okay? Now, this machine, if you haven't seen it in action yet, this machine embroiders this way. This is the neck of the machine in here, and it starts from here. So I need to hook this to the machine here. I always keep the big part of the shirt on the outside so it doesn't bother me, and then the short part in here. So I want to make sure that this part is going to be on the top of the shirt. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open the hook a little bit. I think this is big enough for me right now, and then I'm going to place the hook behind the shirt, okay, making sure that the stabilizer is on top. So in other words, I'm going to place this behind the stabilizer, okay. So my stabilizer is actually on the top of the hook, okay? And this is the part that you really have to pay attention to. And now I can feel the frame, and I will see the frame in here. Again, make sure that the shirt is straight. And I can touch the thing in here. I can touch the frame in here, and I'm gonna make sure that the stabilizer is touching. So I need to put the frame a little bit higher to have stabilizer on the bottom very straight. So now it's nice. I have enough stabilizer on the top, and I have enough stabilizer at the bottom. So now you can either eyeball it like this and put it straight like this with your fingers, or you can measure. It's up to you. I know that this is the frame on the bottom and it looks very nice and straight, and it looks straight on the top. So, okay. I'm going to use my ruler just to take a peek at the position. It doesn't have to be that exact, but as you know, as closer as you can to be centered. Right now I have about half an inch more on this side. Okay. I can see the frame, that's why I'm putting the ruler in here. Okay. This is actually pretty good, so I'm going to leave it as that and make sure that this is straight again. Okay, now I'm going to place the hoop inside. Hopefully I have enough room in here, so if not I have to open it a little bit more, but I'm going to place the hoop inside. It was perfect right here. Okay, you're going to accommodate the shirt to make sure that it's nice and tight. No lumpy areas whatsoever. It looks pretty good to me. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it up and I'm going to open the shirt and I'm going to go ahead and tighten it. You see how it looks in the back? Tight. You're going to go ahead and use the screwdriver. This one came with the machine. And you're going to go ahead and tighten this up. And I'll make sure that you are in view, that I'm not too high. Lower it so that you can see better. Let me do it with my hands first. Then at the end I can use a screwdriver. Okay. Reason why we have to make sure that it's very tight is because you don't want the hoop to move in the middle of the embroidery. It could just pop up and you don't want to pop up. So now I'm going to use the screwdriver and make sure that it's nice and tight. Okay? That's what I'm doing right now. Okay? And this is good enough for now. So this is done, and now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to the embroidery machine. But before I do that, I forget, I need to clear the t-shirt from the back, because we don't want, you know, when you embroider the machine, the shirt, you don't want this to be on the machine because it's going to embroider the back part as well. So we need to clear the shirt away from the hoop. So I'm going to lay this part on the front. I'm going to move this part all the way out from the back and bring it to the front. You see how it's clear from the back? You want to clear. So you're going to bring all this to the front and all this to the front. For those who have done embroidery, you know what I'm talking about. This is the method that we use when we embroider onesies, baby onesies, or bodysuits, and all sorts of stuff. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be taping this here to give me all this area for me to work with, okay? So I'm going to get a piece of tape and start making sure that this is away. On the back part, make sure that you clear the hoop. You don't have to put tape across, just clear the hoop like this. This is painter tape. I use it because it's very easy to work with. It tears easily and it doesn't get stuck onto the garment. Makes it easier to do this one. Okay? And I'm gonna be doing all of this around, and I'll see you back when I'm done, okay? Right here, the part of the hooping part is clear for me to hook the frame to the machine. So this is clear. I don't want nothing here, okay? And this should be enough. I also use my printout to make sure that I have a visual on how the design is gonna look. I used my Embroider's Essential printout. It has the hairline right here in the middle, and I know where the middle of the hoop is. It has the notch in here, it has a notch on the top right here where you can see that this is the center of the hoop. So I match this line, this hairline with this, and I match it from the bottom and on the sides in this case. Okay, so I know that this is the position of the machine. When I go to the machine, I know this is the center. This is where the needle is supposed to be for me to start and clear the design. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead again now, and I'm gonna go to the machine and meet you over there. Okay. Okay, guys. So I'm here at the machine. This is the screen. These are the colors that I'm using. I'm gonna be using this yellow color. It says it's yellow, but the design came with the yellow and white, which is the trace, and then on the top. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and change the color because the first color should be pink. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead to color here. Let me go back. This configuration first. I'm gonna go to color, and this first color should be pink. Yeah. So the colors are gonna be then pink, white, and green. And the pink is gonna be used for the word hello, as well it's gonna do the placement stitch. It's gonna give me an outline in pink of the word spring. I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna place the white color thread, and then I'm also gonna place the vinyl on top. And then it's gonna embroider this tack down stitch in white. It's called a tack down in white. And then after that, it's gonna give me a second outline. This is gonna be, or considered to be, the satin stitch. It's gonna be in the green. Okay, so that's the way it's gonna run. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be placing the hoop. Okay, and like I said before, it's gonna go this way. Now, if you notice, it's very bulky in here. It's less bulky in here. So I'm gonna enter going this way. I'm gonna lift up the foot of the embroidery machine. You see it lifted on most embroidery, single needle embroidery machine, at least the Embroider that I have at home. I have the SC1900 and I have the NQ1700E. It'll stay like this, but this one goes even further up if you push all the way up, and it clears easier. Okay, so I'm gonna push it this way. Now I'm gonna be turning it this other way. Okay, once I'm in, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull this level in here. I'm explaining this part for those who are new to the channel because I explained this on my last video. So I'm gonna lower you, let me see, place the camera even like this so that you can have a better view. Okay, so I'm gonna push this towards me to unlock, and these two notches had to match the two metal parts on the top. Okay, they're gonna go in. Once you see that it's in, you're gonna release, and then it's in place. Okay, it's not going anywhere. All right, so now the next step that I'm gonna do is to trace. Okay, so I'm gonna go to embroidery, and I'm gonna go ahead and actually I'm gonna go to configuration. I'm gonna make sure that the frame is correct. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go to embroidery, and I'm gonna go ahead and go trace. Okay, it's tracing. And it's looking good. Okay. Now I'm gonna make sure that when the machine is embroidering up there, this part of the fabric of the shirt, I need to push it back. I didn't do a great job taping that part. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to move the design close to the center because my center is up here and the needle is back here, and then I'm gonna trace again. So I'm gonna use this part in here. I'm gonna go to the right. I'm gonna go lower the needle a little bit, so that's perfect. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do another tracing just to make sure, okay? Need to make sure that when it's embroidering, I'm gonna push this all the way to the back because I notice it's very close up here. Machines usually go further back to what the actual design is. For me to be on the safe side, I'm gonna make sure that everything is back in here. I should have put some, I'm gonna put some tape in here as well, just to make it easier for me. So I'm gonna place some tape in here and pull this back. Okay. All right, so we are ready to start. Before I start, I'm gonna remove this and I'm gonna go ahead and thread, place a thread on the machine, which I have not done. I haven't threaded the machine yet. I'm gonna go ahead and do that and I'll see you back when I'm done, okay? So the machine is threaded. Oops, I dropped my scissors. I'm gonna cut just a little bit of the tail. Okay, so before I start, over here on the screen is, I see the button that it says ready. I need to go ahead and tell the machine that I'm ready. And the machine is ready right now. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna press start. I'm gonna move the camera this way so that you can see better. And I'm gonna move the camera down so you have it over. I'm gonna move you to the front because I think you guys are gonna have a better view if I move the camera this way. Sorry that I moved you around, okay? But you're gonna have a better view here. Here we go. I think this is much better for you guys. The machine is running at 600 stitches per minute, okay? This machine can go up to 7 to 750 stitches per minute, but I think 600 stitches per minute is good. This design has 16,990 stitches all together. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm going to play this in fast mode with a nice background music so that we don't take that long on doing this. You're gonna see the whole process but a little bit faster. And then when I'm ready to change the thread color, I'm gonna go ahead and bring you in for that part, okay? the placement stitch, and that's when I have to get ready to switch the thread color to white and then place the vinyl, okay? Okay, so now the machine is asking me to switch the color to the color white, okay? And I'm gonna go say, okay, I'm gonna show you how it looks like, so that you can see how this machine does it. I'm gonna move you around. If you see here, it tells me to change from pink to white, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna click OK. So I'm gonna bring you back once the thread color is changed, okay? So now that I switched the thread to white, I'm gonna place this on top because now it's gonna do the tack down, okay? And guys, this is the first time I am working on this design. I have not done this design before. I just found this, I believe it was Creative Fabrica, and yeah. So I've not done it before. So it's a first for both of us, okay? So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and press start. I'm gonna be making sure that this is not going to move. It's gonna shift. Let me stop here so that I can cut the little tail so it doesn't embroider on top of the tail, right here. Okay, so let me start again. And this machine cut the jump stitches. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. I mentioned it on the last video. But yeah, it does cut the jump stitches. So now it's time for me to change colors. You have two options. I don't know why it didn't cut the jump stitches in here. It did it on the beginning. Sometimes that happens. I don't understand. I guess it chooses depending on the file, they'll cut it or not. But the design that I've been embroidering, so far it has cut all the jump stitches. It did it in the beginning, and then these two letters, it didn't do it. But anywho, you have two choices here. When I have used this glitter, I usually do trim the outside like I do fabric. I've seen some people not trim it the HTV and letting it run all the way to the end, including the satin stitch, and then at the end they just rip the vinyl. Now I'm gonna go ahead and be brave and do it that way for the first time. So I just tear it at this level, and then when I'm done, I think satin stitch is cleaner. But like I said, I've seen people doing it the other way, run the whole design, and at the end, then they rip the vinyl. So like I said before, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna change the thread to the green color, and I'll see you back when I'm done, okay? Okay guys, so let's start this part. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play this on a fast mode, and I will see you at the end when I'm ready to tear the HTV away, all right? Or the vinyl away, okay? So we are done, guys. So what I'm gonna do now is that I'm going to remove the hook of the machine. If you notice, guys, the embroidery is clean. I don't see any tails anywhere. It's all clean. Okay, so I'm gonna move the foot even higher. I already lifted up, but I'm gonna make it even higher. This machine allows you to do that to make it easier for removal. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unhook it back here. Okay, and then now I'm gonna move this even higher and take it up from the lower part of the hook right here. Okay. Okay, we are done. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go to the table so we can start tearing this up. Okay, so I'm gonna see you over there. We are here. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to undo this. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna cut these jump stitches to have 1 and 2. Like I said, the machine is supposed to call all jump stitches, but for some reason on this file, this corner one, this one and this one, it doesn't do it. I don't know why. Maybe it doesn't recognize it as a jump stitch. I don't know. It could be, because the other ones are fine. So no more. Now guys, let's start. Oh Lordy Lord, I hope it works. How do I start tearing this? Should I cut a piece first? Oh, it does work, guys. And it does it faster. Oh, Lordy. You see? So you always learn something new by watching other people doing things and crafts. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tear this all up and I'll see you around when I'm done. Okay, now I have a question. Should I remove this center one? I don't know. Should I? Look at how easy. It's like butter. Let me give you some help in here. I don't know if I should tear the middle one. I guess I do have to. No. Okay guys, so I'm done all of this and I have one left to do, which is the middle hole. So for that, I'm gonna see if I can use a little bit peak of the scissor without messing up the shirt. And then grab the tweezers and pull it. Okay. It wasn't that bad. So I like this method to the point of it's easier to remove. I don't have to barely use the scissors just to cut little pieces of parts so that I can pull. Sometimes the little pieces stay in these corners in here. That's the only thing that you have to be careful, but it's not noticeable, so I'm not gonna worry about this little corner in here because I don't want to mess up the embroidery, the thread, right? So so far so good, and I love the result. The combination of color is amazing. So if you have twisters, this is what I'm doing with the twisters. That easy, guys, right? So now what I need to do is use my heat press so that I can press this. This vinyl asks for 300 degrees for 30 seconds for it to get, you know, stuck into the garment. So I don't think I brought any Teflon sheet. I think I did. But anyway, the first thing I'm gonna do is turn on the heat press and set it up for 300 degrees. So I'm gonna turn it on. Oh, I have it ready set up already because the last time I used the press was to do a shirt using heat transfer vinyl. So perfect. All I have to do now is wait. Now I'm gonna see if I can find a Teflon cover so that I can. This is kind of like, you know, this more. Yeah, this is more stable. It was kind of wobbly, and you don't want wobbly when you're doing pressing shirt. Okay, guys, so I don't have anything to cover the design before I put in the press. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do it like that, open. I don't think it's gonna mess up anything because I've done it before. I usually like to put a piece of Teflon on the top, Teflon sheet, but I didn't bring one from home, so I don't have one. So I'm gonna have to just do it this way without nothing on it, okay? I'm just picking things around, waiting for it to be up to temperature. Okay guys, so it's up to temperature. It's 300 and it's gonna be going for 30 seconds. So all I'm gonna do is place the shirt in here and press it. No bulking on the back. Make sure that it's flat on the back of the shirt, okay? Okay guys, so let's go. So now it's on the countdown, right? So this is ready. And you're gonna go ahead and it's done. Beautiful, amazing. So guys, this is the shirt that we just worked on. I am loving it. I love the way it came out. The quality of the embroidery is amazing. Very easy design to use when you are starting working on applique. So I would suggest for those who are starting on embroidery to get this kind of simple design to start with applique designs, all right? You can also try the fabric, like I said before. I have lots of video on my video library down in the description, but not really. I think it's, you just go to my channel and look for my videos, and I have a lot of videos that include applique designs, including HTV, regular fabric, and all kinds of appliques, all right? So yeah, so if you're new to the channel and this is the kind of content that you like, consider subscribing to my channel, The Crafty Puerto Rican. The subscription is free and you get to enjoy all my content, all right? Guys, for those who are following me, if you like this content, go ahead and don't forget to give the thumb up. That way YouTube will push my video around for other people to enjoy. All right? I think this is everything for now. My next video, my next release is going to be from back home in the States. And I will see you over there with other different projects. All right? I will see you soon. I will see you later. Bye. Hasta luego.